What's up guys, it's Shern here, and today we're going to be talking about Karthus. This champion's been much better since the last patch. I thought he would be bad, luckily a friend recommended me, actually Darwell's jungler Mirror recommended me Karthus, and it didn't make sense in my head because they nerfed the Karthus damage Q to monsters, so I thought it would be lane Karthus that would be viable, but actually after testing it, the buffs to the Q damage just override the reduced damage to your clear. And actually I think you might even clear faster right now. Plus you just do more damage to champions, so that's just, yeah, I'm enjoying playing it a lot right now. So first thing we're gonna go over runes. When I pick Karthus, I'm looking for, first of all, Dark Harvest, a must. Cheap Shot, Eyeball Collection, Ravenous Hunter. Ultimate Hunter is a bait. A lot of people, think Karthus is just Arbot, but no, actually his other three spells are actually very useful. So Ravenous Hunter is going to help with that. Your single target Qs heal a lot. And then you have two options. The primary option is going to be Presence of Mind with coup de grace, or you're going to go Inspiration and go Brutes and CDR, 5% CDR. But nowadays I think mana is so important on Karthus to clear faster the tax lanes, gives you more resources to just stay on the map longer. So I love Presence of Mind, double adaptive, and armor. And as for spells, you're going to be maxing Q first, then E, and then W last. Alright, let's go over our first clear. So generally, the other guides, like my last Karthus guide, we talked about red buff, red start, and blue start, when to start red, when to start blue. Your primary focus should always to be starting blue. It doesn't matter if you don't get a leash from your bot lane or you don't even get a leash from your top lane. Blue starts just more valuable because your main primary way to clear fast is your Q, and with red you have to kind of like save your mana to do it. I think you can still full clear by 3 minutes and like 10 seconds. If you do red, golems, wraiths, wolves, blue, gromp, but it's not ideal because you have to kind of like kite or use your auto attacks, use your red buff, and you want to just be you just want to be as efficient as possible, man. Get that fastest clear. So that's one of the things that's going to be most important when you play Karthus, guys, is your efficiency on your first clear is going to help you a lot. And one of the reasons why this champion's so strong is because you just clear. I'm literally soloing blue and I'm still gonna clear healthy and be full HP. So let's rerun a little bit. So the main point if you don't get a leash from your top laner, you want to be, see how I Q auto QQ. So that's gonna be your main combo from the start. You're gonna Q auto the buff, and then by that time you need to kite it, right, so it doesn't hit you. So you're only auto attacking it after you've leashed it out when you can't get hit by the blue buff. So notice every time I'm auto attacking, it's always if I'm out of range. Otherwise I'm kiting it. And here I just want to take the blue buff. I've already stayed really healthy, so I don't need to worry about taking too much damage. And I keep my E active. And the key thing is to, okay, I don't smite that, but this is my mistake, but I should be smiting Gromp. The reason why you smite Gromp instead of like red or something, saving your smite for red, is because Karthus level 3 clear is so much faster than level 2. So when I'm doing Gromp, it actually takes a long time because my Q's level 1. But once I do Wolves, I'll be level 3. And my Q is going to do a lot more damage, as you guys should be able to see here. So I don't recommend doing what I just did. I'd rather recommend you guys smite the Gromp. Regardless, I clear at 303. So that's really effective, and you always want to be looking for the gank instead of like the scuttle, because one thing Karthus thrives off of is like skirmishes and free kills, and this is what you want to be looking for. Also, something I just missed. So after you put 2 points in Q and you do the red, you kite it down. Notice how I'm pulling the buff down, or the red buff and the Wraith. So as I'm finishing Wraiths, I'm pulling it down to red, then I'm starting red, now I'm pulling red down to golems. And that's going to make your clear so much faster when you pull, in general, not just Karthus, but especially Karthus. So I'm going to be pulling the camp down, and another tip you guys will need if you want to have an efficient clear on Karthus is using your E so you can fight. So in this situation, I don't use my E, but because I got first blood with the mana crystal. But if I didn't have mana crystal, like I would be super here. So what you want to do is you want to utilize your jungle item passive, where you get mana back every tick when you hit that little fire thing. So when you get the small golems, just activate your E and then cancel it, and then it'll tick down every second. Hopefully I'll show an example later. So this is a very ideal Karthus game right now. And notice how I'm covering lane, but really I'm here to tax the lane. Like Silas is low, and you know, they just from here, but really here, I'm just here to tax the lane and get EXP. You know, that's something that people don't do, and it's like really effective. Now I'm level 5 to level 4. I'm literally a kill 300 gold, like 400 gold ahead. I do have 2 kills, but I'm ahead by 1 level, which is the main point. And the main point with Karthus is similar to Olaf, actually. What I said in my Olaf guide. It's like you want to be a Pac-Man. You just want to eat everything that's you see right next to you. You don't want to be going to bot and then like top's pinging, help me, cover top. Nah, man, just you're the one in control. That's the mentality you guys need if you want to be successful on Karthus. And another thing that's obvious that sometimes I don't even do well is, you know, ulting. Looking at the map and ulting. Sometimes I miss ults, and sometimes I ult too early. See, here is not a good ult. I don't get any Dark Harvest stacks. Right here. See, I didn't get any Dark Harvest stacks because I ulted too early. They want to be below half HP, so make sure, you know, in a skirmish you want to time it so at least, you know, you don't want to ult too early, but you don't want to ult too late where your teammate dies because you tried to just be greedy. But in this scenario, I ulted too early, and they ended up backing all away, and I didn't even get a Dark Elf stack, so really unfortunate. I mean, really misplayed by me. And here, we're going to go over things I'm not doing that well, but like, this can be example in learning how to fight in skirmish with Karthus. This is a good example. Good lesson from me as well. So, I pressure him with my Q and W, the cane, but I need a sense of distance control. It's like, right now I'm like bomb rushing the cane because I'm super strong, level 6, level 5, but Karthus is very squishy, and he also does no damage if you don't hit your Q. So even if you're strong, you're not strong if you don't hit your Qs. So I make him use his Q and E, but after that, I don't have a sense of distance and control. I need to play around my W cooldown. I need to play around my max range and like play as if like I'm a boxer with like long ass arms and I'm just jabbing, you know? I think that's a similar scenario to what Karthus wants, is just playing to your range and, you know, only letting them in when you're ready to counter. But I'm not ready to counter. I just use my full load, my QW, my Q is currently on cooldown right now, and I'm not gonna get a chance to, you know, create distance here. Now Malphite's gonna go in on me, and I'm gonna trade kills here. So this is really poorly played by me, in terms of controlling the distance. That's a really important, guys. If you wanna like have like lower deaths on Karthus, and that's what you want because you just want to be farming the whole time, Pac-Man, as you guys know. Another thing you guys can do right here, I missed my Q, but you never want to like W straight away. You always want to QW and then make sure your Q hits with the W slow, because the W slow is instant. But if you just W straight away, they have more of a chance to dodge. But if you QW, then they have less time to react to the like Q because they're gonna get slowed. This time I get a leash. Let's see if I smite. I do smite the Gromp. Great. So I'm pulling the camp, like I said before, pulling the camp up to the next camp. Being really efficient with my time, efficient clear, and this should be what I'm talking about. So if you're lacking mana, which you will be, you want to just E it. Notice how I E and then I instantly cancel. And now it's gonna tick, and look how my mana and health are going way up. Beautiful. And I have 4 HP, almost full mana, ready to gank. Unfortunately, I don't do the QW combo there, but I should. It's a mistake by me. Let's see if I do it here. Yeah, there you go. That's what you want. You Q first, and then you W them, and they're like, wait, I'm slowed. I can't juke this. Oh no. We don't talk about this, man. Sometimes you just miss every fucking Q. And that's why you gotta auto attack in between, guys. If you're not feeling the Qs, then you just gotta auto attack in between and keep your E on. I think that's something that a lot of good Karthus players will do, is they don't fully rely on hitting every Q, so they Q auto, they don't Q every single time off cooldown, you know? So like the enemy knows your tempo of when you're gonna Q, and you're just gonna be panicking and you're just gonna be spam queuing, and they know the tempo of your Q. Like, but if you do something offbeat, like you don't just Q straight away, you Q auto, you know, then they have to like sort of guess when the next Q is coming up, you know. They're gonna be offbeat, so it's gonna be harder to predict when you're gonna Q. Also, another option is level 1 invade. Kaz is really strong level 1, so level 1 invade is also very like effective because of how strong you are. Your Q is level 1. Generally, the main thing you want to be doing is you really want to be playing for the Pac-Man mentality and jungle item. Like, once you get your jungle item, then you're really good to, like, make plays. So, before we get to our builds, let's talk about when things go wrong. What situations do we not want to happen, guys? This is where I think I go wrong a lot, and why I need to work on my Karthus, is skirmishing. Alright? We don't want to be taking fights and getting chunked, man. We just want to keep moving. It's like, unless you're going to kill them, which I do, you don't want to be fighting people. You just want to be picking off people. So here, I'm just avoiding the fight. I'm, like, with Nunu, trying to just get EXP. Kill him when it's free kill, get dragged. So this is my first mistake, right? Top lane's dead, and I'm getting into a skirmish, like, when I don't want to be. I don't even have my jungle item. I'm very weak right now. Despite being level 7, one level ahead, look, they just flashing me, and I get one shot. And now, Nunu's not even behind anymore, like, barely. I mean, he's 1,000 gold behind, but, like, now I've lost all my momentum. One mistake just can kill your momentum really hard as Karthus. So you always want to be looking for the free fights, the free kills, not the close skirmishes where everyone is like low and it's like 50-50 chance. Cause you just want to be spending your time like clearing waves, clearing camps, and clearing scuttle crabs. You don't want to be like get into a dogfight, you know? That's not what you want. That's what the enemy jungler always wants from you. This is the same scenario. I invade, I get the blue, but I get into a fight instead of just backing off. I mean, my mid lane has played really bad to like for that to happen, but like this type of thing where we're just skirmishing, and then I'm just trying to contest Scuttle 3v3. This is not what you want. And now Lee Sin is the same level as me, 500 gold ahead of me. This is where you are just not effective as a champion, because you have no CC. You're just like a champion that, you know, does damage when it's ahead, but when it's behind, you're just not useful. So you have to, my advice, guys, is you just have to play really smart. Around like eating everything you can in front of you, and not taking this like the stupid fights or the 50-50 fights, the dog fights. Alright, let's go over builds. Okay guys, so for Karthus builds, I think it's similar to Fiddlesticks where your offense is your defense. I've played around with like Sonya's and HP items, like going Leandri's and Morello's together just to be tankier against assassins, but I really do believe that the way you do play Karthus is most effectively is just trying to go full AP. A tip for buying is finish Codex first if you have 900 gold reset, and if you have like 1400 gold, then Phoenix Codex and then Mana Crystal instead of what you would usually go, which is like Blue Smite and AP, for example. This is going to be much more effective on Karthus because you use your spells to clear and you need mana. And after jungle item, you want Sork Boots, and you do want Dark Seal. It's a big boy item, but you gotta have confidence in yourself, man. Get them stacks. So we get Dark Seal, and I always like going Oblivion Orb before I go Rabadons, and then I build into Rabadons to AP. So this build's really risky, you're really squishy, but you clear really fast. So you're playing on hard mode, but you reap the rewards if you can avoid the silly dogfights and just play your own game. You could say Farming Simulator plus taxing lanes. debt collector as well. So this build's really strong. Then you'll upgrade to Morello's, and you'll in this process you're gonna get Medjai's, you get Morello's, and you're gonna finish with Void Staff. There is a situation where you do go Zhonya's. If there are like 3 assassins, I will typically get Arm Guard after Sork Boots and Dark Seal, and then I'll build into Oblivion Orb, because getting just Arm Guard is no good if you have no health. When you want to be tanky, the recipe is resistance plus health. But if you only have one and not the other, then you're not actually tanky. So this setup would be really good, but I wouldn't recommend building Zhonya's. Like, I would only recommend sitting on Arm Guard and then finishing Morello's. Then, if you really want Zhonya's, then you can finish Zhonya's. But the way I like to play Karthus, I like to go balls deep. So, Oblivion Orb into Rabadons is just the way I like to play the game into Void Stuff. That will be it for the Karthus guide. I think the main points that's going to give you guys a lot of success is how you clear level 1 to level 4, and then the fights you choose to pick, and the fights you choose to avoid especially. Hope you guys have success on Karthus like I've been having. It's a great champion now that Karthus is just being brought back by Riot again. Yeah, I'm going to keep up the climb. Hope you guys climb with it too. Peace.